Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new review. Behind me is the new Kia Sportage Facelift. This is facelift of the 5th generation in top trim, of course, GT line. We're going to check it out, exterior interior details. So without further ado, let's just jump into the review. Before we dive into the review, talk about tech specs and price. The entry price for the new Sportage Facelift is 33,300 euros in Croatia. In the top trim in front of us, the GT line, 51,500 euros. Inside this one is the 1.6 T-GDi. It's a 4-cylinder turbo petrol producing 180 horsepower. There's an entry 150 version with a front-wheel drive. This one is 4-wheel drive. Now the entry model has a 6-speed manual. This one has a 7-speed automatic. But there will be even stronger horsepower version with a plug-in hybrid, and there's a comeback of the diesel. You can get the 1.6. It's also 4-cylinder turbo diesel, but it's 136 horsepower only as a mild hybrid. So you can also get it with a 6-speed manual or 7-speed automatic. Okay, with the technical details out of the way, let's dive into the car. We have a beautiful GT line trim. In the GT line, you have no chrome. As you can see, everything is blacked out. We have this beautiful gray color. And we have a option of now in the Sportage black roof. So you can have it with color of the vehicle or an optional black. Now let me show you the key fob. It's already familiar in the Gamma. New key fob. We have the lock, unlock, and hold to unlock the power tailgate. If we unlock the car, you can see the turn signals, and these are flickering, of course, on the camera. You can see the main light, the bottom is the long beam. New design, the GT line of course has a different, more sportier looking bumper compared to the standard Sportage, which has a little bit chrome underneath the windows, roof racks, a little bit on the bumpers, and so on. You can see there's a little bit of sun, a little bit of clouds, how this color looks. Let's come a little bit closer and check out the new design. So the new headlights are looking great, and as you can see, the daytime running light, and then we have the 4 LED projectors, main beam, long beam. We have dual fog lights at the bottom, and the Sportage has this piano black grille, big air intake on the top and bottom, all piano black around the fog lights. And on the top, there's no connected daytime running light on the top, and like some other models. Huge thanks to Kia Center Zagreb for providing a car for review. And here we have the radar underneath. Not to forget, we have 360 cameras on this one. Now the piano black is extending here through the arches and on the side. In the lower trims, you don't get that in piano black. Now since we have the black roof, we also have the black side contrasting mirrors. To check out the front of the car, if I unlock once again, looking beautiful new Sportage. I love it. Sportage was really great looking in the 5th generation. The facelift looks even better. Now you can see it's a little bit less flickering. It really depends on the light, how the camera reacts. Maybe I haven't mentioned, but you also have 360 parking sensors, if you can see that detail. Now let's see the alloys. We have in this case 19-inch alloys, so these are 235/50 R19. We have the Continental Premium Context 6 tires, and it's a 4-spoke. Now it's a diamond cut silver on black, and we have a plastic cover, looking great. Now you can see the bottom, and let's check out the top. We have here the VIN number. We have the head-up display now. We have a light sensor, 2 speakers on the dash, also rain sensor and lane assist camera. Now, still interesting design of the top. Now, double laminated front windshield, and we have also a panel roof. This is a glass piece, but it's not transparent inside. This part is. It's also tinted and openable. Now, on the top, you can see the slim roof racks in the GT line. They're black, otherwise chrome. And you can see the shark fin antenna. Now this is black, but the bottom is in chrome. If you go for the standard trim, we also have tinted windows on this one. Now there is a button here you can press to unlock as well, keyless entry of course, but here you can see the turn signals and the cameras for 360 parking. We also have physical blind spot and a blind spot warning, so very well equipped. Now, beautiful profile of the SUV, looks gorgeous, and this is a practical family car, but also sporty looking with the name Sportage. Okay, not to forget, just going to press here, and as soon as I've pressed, the car instantly locked just before me. So this is when the car is unlocked, unlockable. When it's locked, no one can actually steal your fuel. I'm not sure if that's a thing anymore, but you do have that safety in mind. Minimum around 91 or recommended 95. When you open this, you can put it here so it doesn't scratch your shiny piano black. And now this is the back end, so looking great. You can see the turn signals, and we have the new design of the taillights. On the camera they're doing like a little dance, but it's just a refresh rate. Now you can see the spoiler, and underneath there's a wiper. Also you can see at the rear bumper we have the cat eyes, and we have the parking sensors, also fog light in the middle. So if I come a little bit closer, you can see the parking sensors, you can see the design here, you can see the tailpipe on the right side, and there's also the backing camera there. We have the Sportage, Kia, and GT line trim badge there. I really like the new light the new taillight design with connected black piece there. We have a big stoplight, and then once again there's the wiper. So that's that. This is the back end, looking very nice. And since I have the key fob, I'm gonna just unlock it that way. Of course, you can always press the button. I'm a 2-meter tall person, or 6.6 feet if you're new to the channel. Welcome. Now we have the closing button. You can adjust the height, and then if you have a lower ceiling in the garage, you can hold this button to program the height. So this is just a little comparison. Okay, now very spacious cargo space. We have this, well, it looks like a leather finish, but it's not. And hear this. Ooh, it's a bit resonating. So that's that. And here's the very spacious cargo space. I'm gonna type in the liters so you can see how much space we have. Now we have a nice flat entry here. You have these pockets here, so you can put like golf clubs or similar if you're that kind of person that's golfing. We have rotary hooks on both sides. You can knock down the seats from the rear. We have here a bass speaker. We also have latch points here and here on all sides. On the left side we have a 12-volt outlet, you can see that, and we have a cold light. Now if I take this out, here you can see max load 60 kilograms or 130 apes. You can see we have this styrofoam, so it's profiled. You can put some stuff underneath. Now if I pull this out, potentially you can lower this down. Of course, so this is in the way. I'm just gonna take it out. So you can see you can, well, lower this by a few centimeters, 3 fingers times 2, so 6 centimeters. Not really a lot of depth, but it is what it is. Of course, if you take out the styrofoam, in that case, I'm just gonna try lowering that there, you would get a lot more space. I'm not gonna take it off. Now it wouldn't be practical, but you can get definitely, as you can see here, more depth. Okay, seats knocked down 3 ways, which is practical. And close it up. You can see here the opening button and the rest. Nice closing sound, not too loud, and the Sportage really looks just gorgeous. I love the design of the car, and it's really looking great. Opening, and closing sound is great. Doors open nice and wide. If you have a child, you need to put the child seat inside. You can turn this to disable unlock from the inside, and the doors go all the way down, so there's less water on the step here when you're washing the car. Now, to check out the materials, hard plastic, but I like the design of the plastic. It looks like leather. And on the bottom, in the GT line trim, this is Alcantara and leather red, softly padded. So nice design. We have powered windows. We have also heated rear seats as well as an option. Harman speakers, looking nice, and small pocket here, but maybe you can fit something inside. Also, aluminum doorstep, nice carpets, a little bit contrasting gray. And here are the seats. We have leather red in 2 tones, so black and white, perforated in the middle. If you want to knock down the seats, push down here. You can see they automatically fall down. You need to press it down in order to lock it. And then you have flat here. You can see the inside space. If you want to unlock that, you press here, push up. You can lock it in this 90 angle. You also have this nice seat belt aligner, and you can recline the seats the way you like. And this, of course, can go up. You press down there to lower that down. Let's hop in. Okay, we have plenty of feet room, plenty of knee room. I was sitting on the front. Now we have a nice pocket, again leatherette, but we have this plastic shell around the knee area, and we have a little grocery hook on both front seats. We have USB C's for fast charging and those little hooks, so nice and practical. We also have the AC vents. You can see here, open, closed towards the center, and we have here a display of the temperature and buttons, so it should be a 3-zone climate. Excuse me. Now we have a little pocket here. Transmission tunnel isn't too tall, it is a little bit wider, but I think you can squeeze a third person for a short journey. This is a little bit stiff, but otherwise fine. The seats are nice and wide. Now you can open the armrest here with 2 cup holders. There's no opening for the back, but this has this nice textile, so it's not making any sounds. This is the view on the back. Now we have an extra buckle. You need to push it in here. There's 2, 1, 2. So you need to push it in this plastic piece so it doesn't flap around, but that's that. We also have in the GT line this black roof liner and the panel roof. Now all 3 sides besides the driver have slowly closing handles with little hooks on the back. We have physical buttons for the cold lights in the cabin. You can see them also on the front, and again you can see the beautiful panel roof. Let's hear the closing sound. So great closing sound. I didn't really use a lot of force, just one more time. So excellent. Also good soundproof. I can hear a fan on the background, and there's a lawnmower going around, but it's nice and quiet. I can barely hear that car that just passed away. Now, a little spoiler, a look at the front. We have a little bit of design change on the front. We're gonna check that out in a moment. When we get to the front and headspace, now 2-meter tall person, if you have a panel roof, well, it is an obstacle for a really tall person such as myself. But if you're like let's say 85, you should be fine. So that's that. But otherwise the seats are very comfortable and nicely profiled. Okay, before I forget, you can press here to adjust the front headrest, and you have this. So not sure if you can see this is rubberized, so this can be like a little place you can put your shirt, or you can put a tablet here maybe, but I wouldn't advise you to keep your kids occupied that way. It's really bad for their focus. Here you can see seat belts are height adjustable. There are no hooks on the B-pillars, but again you have them on the handles on the top, so I guess that's a pass. Now, I already showed you, you can press here to unlock. You can pop this one. There's a physical cylinder behind this one. Now, since there's sun shooting, you can see actually this is a gray metallic color, and on the top it's a metallic black. For the side mirrors, I don't think that's the case. It's piano black, so non-metallic. Okay, front doors open also fairly wide, and we have also good seals, something I didn't mention, but I think you heard that closing sound and it's really great. So it's usually thanks to the good sealing. Okay, on the front you are treated with soft touch. On the top, same as on the rear, for the leatherette and Alcantara, and then hard plastic at the bottom. We have big handles, we have also 2 memory seat options, and look at this nice material. So no piano black in this car, almost none. So huge thumbs up for that for Kia. Now you can adjust the side mirrors, manually fold them, lock, unlock the car. Now windows are powered, but only fully automatic on the front, unfortunately. Not sure why the saving on the back, and here you can disable the rear. Here you have like a little grip, but obviously you're gonna pull here to close. A little bit bigger pocket and Harman Kardon speakers. Tire pressure, pay attention if you have fully loaded car, and another aluminum doorstep. We also have the Sportage carpets, they are latched in, and aluminum sport paddles. We're gonna open the bonnet at the end of the video. Here's the fuse box. On the top we have the hold for power tailgate opening and closing, traction off, and electronic parking brake that engages and disengages automatically for the most part. Now you can see here closed open, and this one might be for the plug-in hybrid to open the charge port. Steering column is manually adjusted in all directions. Now we have a powered seats, back and forward, forward back. Knee area goes up and down, really important, and the whole seat goes up and down. Now the lowest position of the seat could be lower, to be honest, but it is what it is. If you're a tall person, you should reconsider the panel roof. Now, tilt, of course, and we have the lumbar. The seat looks nice. You could use for this white a little bit of like baby wipes or similar, and you can see on the top, on the front seat, we have Alcantara, GT line signature, nice big headrest, and that's that. Great closing sound, easy entry. Switching to wide lens, there's going to be driving separate video with no comments during the day, and night point of view driving, where I'm going to summon my impressions behind the wheel, mention consumption, and so on. So stay tuned for that. Also, there will be a separate video of the night tour of this car. Okay, one of the coolest things is the new steering wheel. It's a 2-spoke, but it has this dual tone and it looks amazing. You can see here it's already a little bit dirty, so again, baby wipes should be in the car. And you can see here dual tone. The leather has a nice grip, so it's not too smooth. Nice profiling, and looking nice because there's no piano black. We have the Kia a little bit off the center to the right. Not sure why, but I don't mind it. We have nice physical buttons, familiar from Kia driving modes. 4-wheel drive lock on this model, and you can see the rest. We also have sport paddles in aluminum, so you can see minus and plus. So this one has a little texture on the back that's of course different compared to the plus, so you can figure out, even if you're not looking, which one is which if the wheel is upside down. We have here the light controls, keep your lights on automatic. Fog light controls, we have the wipers front and rear, and since it's shooting sun on the side, I will have to turn on the car to get some AC. So you can see the screen comes on. So we're going to focus on the cockpit in a few moments. Just to cover here, we have ambient lights. We also have a little spoiler, ventilated seats, but if your back is wet from the sweat, it is really not good if you don't want to have some back pain, sorry. But it's true. Here you can see closed open. So this is really high quality finish. It's not metal, it's plasticky, but it really looks good, feels good. We have this nice finish, and then this is softly padded dash. The center around the digital cockpit is, of course, not. It's a hard plastic, but you can see the head-up display. And this is leather, so hard plastic over there. Speakers in the A-pillar. I showed you ones on the top, but look at this. The dash is softly padded, covered by leather, and has real stitching, not imitation. And then here we can see the air vents, looking also very nice. A little bit piano black here, but that's a pass. That's the only piano black in the car and around the gear selector, if we're looking for specifics. Now underneath, you still have this a nice volume knob. You have the AC controls. You have the buttons for the infotainment. So these are digital buttons. If you press here, you're switching to AC controls, and it really looks great. You still have nice physical buttons, so excellent. Hazard button. You can't really see the hazard lights on the side mirrors from the driver perspective, but that's that. I'm going to come back to the screens, but as you can see, they're kind of connected in one bezel. It's two separated screens. This one's the touch screen. I'm going to come back to those. Let's appreciate this design change. No piano black. The automatic is now the rotary wheel. There's no big thing here, so it kind of frees the space. It looks more elegant. You can push here. There is a wireless charger. There are two USB-Cs for fast charging, or it could be for media if it's yellow. And you just press here, closes. Start stop engine is here now. You can see here park button, and then just push to reverse, neutral, or drive. Heated seats, ventilated seats, and heated steering wheel. You can have it automatic or manual engagement. Downhill assist, auto start stop off, parking sensors, camera, and auto hold A. All the features are here. You can engage these, so these are nice and practical. You can have more space or individual cups. There's a little extra space here. If you press here, there's also a very spacious armrest compartment. 12-volt outlet is inside, and you can see there's a lot of room. There is a carpet here. There is some sort of access panel, I guess, but yeah, very roomy and spacious. You can see at the top. It does not extend, but it is nice and soft with contrast stitching. Very good looking. Slowly opening glove compartment, nice and spacious. It's just plastic, you know, a little flint inside, but the plastic does look okay. And moving to the top, we have a good overview in the back mirror. You can see further behind you, but you can also have a good estimate when you're getting close if you're backing up to a wall. It has auto dimming and not too much of a bezel. On the top, cold lights. You can disengage this one if you don't want the lights to turn on when the doors are open. Now, the shade, you press once for the shade. If you press it in deeper, it's like 2 clicks, then you close or open. See, 1 click is closing the shade. So I think it needs to go halfway to open the roof. But if you press it full or all the way, you can see it opens up, and it does not open, I think, all the way back. So this is the only openable area. This space is not open. I don't think it can go all the way back. So that's the panel roof. So the shade closes, but you can interrupt it. Just like a little press, it goes all the way back. If you press it fully, it's going to open the panel roof. I hope that's clear. Okay, plenty of headroom, but I have to tilt backwards and not to touch the top. So if you're a tall person and if you are like this, I'm already touching and it's uncomfortable, honestly. And also, then it's a problem for the heads-up display. So if I lay down, I can see the heads-up, but if I don't, you can see the heads-up display, then it's an issue because it's like this, and this is the lowest position for the heads-up display. So if you're a taller person, yeah, that's an issue. So have that in mind. Okay, for the digital cockpit, here's the layout. Now you can use this one to current trip, center fueling, last reset, auto start stop time, tire pressure, drive power distribution, and digital speedo. You can press here to switch to a compass. If you go with the scroll wheel, nothing happens. Here you can see the lane assist. You can hold OK for settings, it says here. So if we hold it, oh, it goes into these settings. So that's a nice shortcut if you want to disable the annoying speed limit change sound. Okay, we're gonna just go back to the home menu. I'm gonna come back to that screen. Just to wrap it up here, now you have driving modes, and if you press here, you have here Sport, so it's a different theme. You have also the Snow, Eco, or Normal. Now I tied the ambient lights to driving modes. We're going to show that in the night because you can actually see the lights. Infotainment is improved. We have a pull down menu here, shortcuts for the display brightness and sounds. This is the home display. You have the icons here, and if you press here, you have the maps. It has a day and night theme. You can pull a extra menu on the side here, so you can have clock, compass, and so on. Now I'm not going to go into depth in this one. You have all the goodies, of course. If we go back to the home screen, FM and DAB radio. So let's play some music. You know the drill, I can't play it for too long not to get a copyright strike, but it's a good sound system. Now honestly, I haven't played with middle, treble, and bass, but you can of course play with that. This could be really detailed review, and I'm already close to half an hour. Setup. So setup is basically also, if you press here, settings, these are like icons, these are like shortcuts, but look at this. If you go to a vehicle, here you have extra icons, but if you go to display, there's like this list, so it's just going accordingly in this order. Okay, quickly, vehicle driving assistance. So this has the second generation, and you can see all that you can play with. You can have a sound inside if you're driving. I personally don't like that. You just pause and read here if you want to see the details. I'm going to just quickly run through all of these. Okay, so as you can see, these lights, doors, they just go convenience. So they just go like that. Driver assistance. So you can see sound. So you basically went through all of this, and convenience at the end. So don't have to go through each one. Navigation. You can see here the all the options, map, sound settings. You can have position of the sound, equalizer, so someone definitely went everything full max blast, which is not good. Guidance, volume settings. So there's plenty of options, and the Kia really has same as. So this is just another thing going back. Phone connections, you do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I think they should work wirelessly by now. User profile, a layout. Display settings, brightness, camera settings, displayed content for the rear, the backing camera, blue light filter, great feature. You can program it manually. Buttons, so we have the custom button for the navigation. We have the custom button on the wheel, so you can just pull up a map or display on and off. So you can see all of those. Head-up display cluster. You can control the brightness. Goes back to the camera. And content, you can have media, turn-by-turn, drive assistance, blind spot, call information, and so on. And cluster. Brightness, cluster theme. You can have a circle. So it's like that. If I go through the driving modes, you can see the color changes. Really nice animations. Now I deliberately was in the other one. So this one is for the Sportage. Like on the EV3 we had only this. And I can have style A or B manually. So basically changes this. You have 3 styles, or you can link it to a driving mode. If we go back, we have here that for the auto start stop. You can have also a blind spot in when you use a turn signal, so that's a nice feature. If I use the other one, same. Not sure why someone turned it off. And the general settings are here for the software version. You can update it via USB. Memory, time, date, languages, keyboard, and that's that. Okay, one more thing not to forget, the backing camera, or 360 view in this case. You can see excellent resolution. You have the 3D avatar that looks really good. It'd be nice if the color was a match. Now you can see here, this is obviously not the GT line avatar. You can see the chrome you have on the car, so a lot of it, maybe some people like that. We all have different tastes. This goes back to the camera settings. You can have the rear and the front camera look so really looking great. Driver assistance that I've missed, I realized when you go here, you have all of these, and some of these were turned off when I was driving, because some journalists like to switch everything off when it comes to assistance. So there are plenty of options, so that's that. So I think I've covered it all. And if I go back to layout, I did show you this. There is a screensaver clock and a split screen options. So we're gonna wrap it up. It's a very detailed infotainment. Switch off the car. Just pop the bonnet, and to wrap it up, we're gonna show you the 1.6 T-GDi. Again, this one is 180 horsepower. You can also get the entry 150. And here's the washer fluid. The rest, leave it to the mechanics. You do need to use the little leg if you want to keep it open. And that's that. So I'm gonna let it close. Closes perfectly, and that was a detailed tour of the new Kia Sportage. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. You know what to do: like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Gonna see you in the next one. Till then, stay tuned for the point of view driving review, night point of view driving review, and impressions behind the wheel, and night tour. See you in the next one. Bye.